So this is my client Melvin, and he closed a $10,000 deal with his first time in his life after 2 months of working with me with this hybrid consulting content offer for coaches. So yeah, here's Melvin. And if you don't mind, Melvin, could you give everyone like a bit of a background on who you are, what you do, a little bit about your life, just so like we have a bit of an insight on who you are.
Yeah, I appreciate that, Matt. So my name is Melvin. I'm from the Philippines. I am. Why are you laughing, bro?
What? Relax.
My name is Melvin. I run a content agency, and I recently started a consulting offer. I am 20 years old from the Philippines. So I knew about the agency space and the info space about like 6 months ago. I had no idea back then. Like all I knew really was like, oh, if I do good edits, because I was a freelance editor back then. If I do good edits, I'll eventually scale up and maybe get to 1K per month. So yeah, that's like a bit of the background. I really had no idea until I met Matt on what the agency space is about, what the info space is about. And since then, I had a much better understanding, especially coming from like the background of the Philippines. Like no one does info here. No one does online business here. So it was like
a
really big shift in terms of knowing what to do once I met Matt. And yeah, ever since then, we've just been working together, and he's been helping me upscale both the agency and the consulting offer.
Appreciate that, bro. It's been a fun ride. As you can see, it's like a really good relationship. But yeah, no, that's good. So right now you're also like you're in uni as well, bro. Like you're in your third year of uni, and so was I. I was in my third year of uni when I started all of this, and obviously at the start it's a really rocky road. But with how determined you are, and even the small things that I've noticed about you as well, like this is like something that I wanted to share about you, is that every single week, obviously I would give you actionable items to do, and every single week you would actually do them, and you would do them well, and you would always be wanting to get feedback, and that's what made you I guess the success that you are today, and even more of a successful person in the future as well. So that's honestly like one thing that I really appreciate about you, how you conduct things as well. And it's awesome to have you like as a client, to be working with you, and also like to be like your friend as well. You're a really nice guy, and a lot of people can easily relate to you and also trust you as well. So yeah, that's awesome. So onto I guess like more so on before we started working together, what was your business sort of looking like? Like what were you kind of struggling with the most, and what was your breaking point? Like what made you struggle to the point where like I think I might need some help?
Yeah, that's a good question. I guess back then, before we actually started working together, one big thing is I knew of what to kind of do, but not to the exact point of its quality, or how to make sure that it's done effectively, right? So I think everyone, when they start out, they know that they do need to do outreach, they know that they need to do content, they know that they need to have a good offer. But even though they know that, it's like, how do they do it at an effective point that actually gets them the results, and that gets them to, again, like the 10K mark, right? Because yeah, you can do outreach, but if you do a bunch of volume in the wrong direction, it's still like the wrong direction, right? So ever since then, it was like I was doing a bunch of mass DMs, I was doing a bunch of content that didn't really have any strategy behind it. And that's just the thing. That's just what happens when you don't know what to do, and you're just like, you're someone who's transitioning from maybe a freelancer to an agency owner, and that shift is like very big. The gap between the two seems small because I'm still gonna edit for someone, I'm still gonna do content for someone, but it's such a big shift in the skills that you would need and the things that you would be doing in terms of being just a freelance editor in an agency. So I guess having the lack of clarity on that is what really stopped me from growing, like from being able to fully transition. And that's kind of what pushed me to, this guy knows his shit. You had a pretty good pre-call sequence and everything. And I like seeing just the system and how you made your offer and everything. It just made sense, especially just having the guidance from someone who was an agency owner who did start it while they were at uni. And yeah, just seeing that and me resonating with you as well. And just honestly, you seem like a pretty chill guy, which is something I look for. Yeah, it's something I look for with the people I work with, both clients and mentors, because it doesn't make sense if I'm going to work with someone who I wouldn't enjoy working with. It's like, oh, I need to hop.
Yeah, of course.
Like, I don't want to hop on with a call with a professor, right? Where it's like, oh, I got to submit my assignment, I got to submit my homework. It didn't feel like that. It was just very chill. And having the calls was very enjoyable as well. So all of that kind of led up to me finally working with you, because I've seen your work, I've seen where you've been at, and basically I see myself in you in a way that allows me to take that path as well.
And do you actually remember, and man, I appreciate that a lot. It's been fun.
Yeah.
Do you actually remember like how we got into contact? I do, but do you remember what that was like?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you outreach to me.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Same
like,
outreach.
Yeah, hey bro, how something I don't know the exact message, but you were like, I got a loom for you.
Exactly.
Would you want to see it? And I was like, yeah, sure. Yeah, and that's kind of where I saw the loom. It was pretty good. Funny thing is, I actually saw it on your YouTube video, or like something of the sorts on your YouTube video. So I had an idea of what the loom would be about. But just seeing you have a loom prepared and have it on your content as well, like you were dialed in, man, and that kind of really got me to like, he knows something I don't, kind of thing.
Yeah, man, I reached out to you. I think it was like a cold outreach. I don't know if you followed me at the time.
It was
Did you
fully
follow me?
cold.
Oh yeah, it was fully cold. So yeah, I mean, it is possible to close people fully cold, and that sort of segues to the next part, which is like the systems that we put in place. Which is one of them is the loom system, right? And you've obviously seen the benefits of sending looms not only to cold prospects, but also prospects who you've hopped on calls in the past, but for example, maybe didn't close. And that's the reality. Not everyone that you hop on a call with, no matter how well you qualify them, will close, because obviously people are at different stages of being problem aware or solution aware. And so you have to send the right looms to them so that they know that they can trust you, but also that they know that you're not there to just fully sell them. And that really turns a lot of people off, unfortunately, when you hop on sales calls. And that's something that I really also, another thing that I appreciate from you is that you understand that you don't have to always go for that hard sell, that when someone is in a position where they genuinely need help, that they will reach out to you. And if you, as long as you position yourself well, you're an authority, you're relatable, people can trust you, then you'll always be able to close clients. Obviously, as long as you have a good amount of volume of outreach. Let's talk about the systems, right? What systems or frameworks do you think, and you can even talk about looms if you want to, or anything else that you want to as well. What do you think made the difference for you in terms of systems or frameworks?
Yeah, bro. Well, since you already mentioned it, looms was a big part. Like, it's how I got my first client. Yeah, I had a bit of content, but starting out, getting looms and knowing exactly how to do it, like knowing what to say in the video, knowing what to break down, knowing how to position yourself in the loom as well, it really helped me like be able to reach these people and show that I have value up front, despite, being a beginner. Like, I was a freelance editor, right? And then in order to make sure that people don't just see me that way and don't just see me as like another, and he just wants to edit for me or something. Like, looms was a big thing to separate me, and especially back at the time, not everyone was doing it yet. I mean, now it's a bit leaked. Everyone's doing it now, but
slowly,
back then,
a lot of people are doing it.
Yeah, slowly everyone's catching on. But back then, it was a bit more low-key-ish. Like, some people were doing it, but not everyone. So being ahead of the curve and being able to do that and take advantage of that early on really helped me like speed up the process of landing my first client, like landing my 10K deal and then scaling the agency from there. And not just even making the looms, but also being able to track the data on the looms. Like, we had an insane tracker that sees basically the amount of looms I send, the amount of people that sees the looms, the reply rate on that, and then the booking rate and then the close rate. Like, everything was there. Like, I can instantly see, okay, not everyone is being able to see the looms. So what if I add like a follow-up system that like easily increased all of the other metrics, because we fixed the one bottleneck, which is the scene rate, right? And that type of clarity, having the backend for that, like the tracking system for that, has been insane. And not even that, just every other tracker and every other SOP that you had, like, sped up the process instead of me trying to make it on my own. Like, we had the DM tracker, we had the sales tracker, we had, one of my favorites so far has been the content researcher automation. Like, everything has been dialed in. Yeah, everything has been dialed in to where I just need to use the systems that you've made and then implement it into my business. Like, that sped up so much of my time. Also, just gave me so much more time to work with on higher leverage things. And that allowed me to, again, fulfill for my clients and then be able to work on the client acquisition side as well, instead of always being stuck on, okay, I don't know what I should do, because I didn't have the clarity that the systems provided. It was actually, because I had the systems and because I saw these are the bottlenecks that I have right now, I know exactly what to fix. And that is one of the biggest things that I think any business owner at any stage can benefit from. because just having the data, because if you have no data, you wouldn't know what to do. So just having the data provided through the systems has been one of the biggest changes that allowed the business to scale as well.
That's awesome, bro. No, that's really, really good. So what is it that you actually do for these coaches with your consulting offer? Can you actually give, I guess, people that are watching, or if anyone is watching, like a bit of insight on what exactly it is that you do to fulfill for your clients?
Yeah, so as mentioned earlier, we have like 2 tiers, or like we have 2 packages. I didn't really like calling it packages, but we do 2 things. So it's either the fully done for you or the hybrid done with you. So the fully done for you, we basically handle your entire thing of A to Z. Like we handle your content research, we handle your filming setup, we handle your post-production, and we handle, of course, the tracking on that data. So basically all you really need to do once you sign with us on the Done For You project is to just give us your expertise, because at the end of the day, you're the one who's the expert. So give us your expertise, your knowledge, and what you want to go over. And then we'll use all of that to where all you need to do is sit down and then record the videos. And we handle everything, like from the strategy to the tracking of the data. You no longer need to think about content at that point. It's just a matter of spending maybe 4 hours, 5 hours in a month for all of your YouTube content, which is arguably one of the best platforms right now to build business equity and just being able to build trust at a very fast rate, because YouTube is one of the platforms where you're able to spend 8 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes with someone on a video. Yeah. Every other platform, you have 30 seconds a minute. And what we do differently is we make sure that we leverage YouTube as the platform, as the main thing, in order to get your business the growth that it needs. And it's arguably like the reason why we focus on this, even on the Done With You offer, where we help you out with the strategy, with the content, and basically the only thing that we remove there is the back end of the tracking system and the Done For You post-production. But the reason we still, and people are still buying into that and taking that offer, is because the insight on being able to use YouTube as a business asset instead of just something that you record, or a liability where, fuck, I need to record again. Oh, I'm not sure if I can cuss.
Nah, it's chill.
Yeah, it's chill. Yeah. It's like, I need to record again. Like, you're actually excited to record because you're talking about something you're interested in, and you know that this will bring in like good business results. We basically run all of your YouTube content and remove all of the fatigue that you would typically get, or the burnout that you would typically get from content, and by making sure that it's an actual business asset instead of a liability.
Yes, that's true. That's very well put as well. I guess the biggest realization that I had maybe 6 months ago was that it's amazing when you have clients that can pay you 4, 5, 6K, 10K like yourself for like a done for you offer. But the reality is that often in this niche, like coaches, consultants, agency owners, like they're not really cash heavy. Like they don't have a lot of cash on hand often. If anything, they're just reinvesting back into their business, or like they're barely profiting. So the challenge is trying to benefit what they pay to the value that they actually get. Oftentimes doing done for you is going to obviously cost more. So that's why I had to pivot myself as well, and also help my clients do the same, to create a consulting offer. And for some clients, create a hybrid consulting and done for you offer, because some things are better done for you. Because for example, if like in your niche, for example, if one of your clients had to go look for an editor, they don't even know how to hire an editor. They don't even know how to manage one. They don't even know how to train one up as well. So it's like, it's a necessity. So that's why creating a hybrid offer for your niche specifically is just so important. And that's why creating a consulting / coaching offer is just as important as well, because it really allows you to collect cash for different levels of sophisticated buyers, because not everyone has the cash necessary. Obviously, they still want the outcome, but it's a balance between knowing how to fulfill for that and getting them the result, and also just how much you can actually charge them. It's just like knowing your ICP well, doing really solid market research, and asking your clients what they actually need, which is really, really important. So yeah, man, that's awesome. So I guess what's been the biggest change for you personally, not just in business? Like, I know that's a very vague question, but I don't know. Has it been confidence? Has it been clarity? Even in the small moments, have you realized anything that's kind of changed for you at all?
Yeah, I guess the biggest change has been, since you found me very early on in my journey, I still had a lot of doubts whether or not this was a good path to take or a good way to make money online, I guess. Like, I still had my doubts, because even though, the editing thing works, I still had like, can I really run an agency while being in uni? of course, taking care of my relationships while having to do all of these responsibilities outside of the business. And you basically helped me scale in a way where it isn't always like, there are going to be days where it's 12-hour days, 16-hour days, right? I mean, that's like what it's like at the start. But I also realize that that isn't always the case. And there's a way to scale in a way that is sustainable for you as well. So I think that's the biggest shift for me, like understanding that first, this is a realistic path that I can take. And secondly, it's like, I don't need to always be in the trenches scaling this business, and it's possible while in uni. Like a lot of people, they say, oh, I'll start a business after I graduate, or oh, I'll start a business after I have a bit of capital to start, or like they make these excuses and these limiting beliefs of starting. And the thing is, yeah, after I overcame that, you were the one who instantly helped me. Yeah, I'm gonna make sure that after you overcome this limiting belief, I'm gonna make sure that you actually get to where you need to be to reinforce that kind of thinking, reinforce that mindset. And honestly, bro, like back then, I thought in my currency, I'd hit 1 million by 27, 28. I'm gonna hit it before I hit 21. Like, that's insane.
Damn, that's crazy. What?
Like in my currency, yeah, I'm gonna hit.
Didn't know that.
Yeah, bro, I'm gonna hit 1 million before I hit 21 in my currency, which is insane. Like in a mindset shift, that's like any other guy who is my age in uni wouldn't think of that. They wouldn't even fathom of like,
what's the reality for them? Like, what would they hit at 21, or like because obviously I don't know what's impressive. What can you actually like give me like context on, like, can you kind of frame
21 you're still in uni.
Yeah, true.
So that's the thing, man. Like, even if you ran like let's say even a business here, people would think maybe you'd hit like $500,000 at 21 after starting business within your first year, something like that. But very rarely would you hear someone just hitting $1 million with a business at the age of 21. Like, it's not a common thing. And even hitting 10K, I saw the numbers. Apparently, it's also like 1%. I'm not too sure though. Like, being able to hit it in a month is still within the 1 percentile. I'm not too sure. Someone can check on that. It's either 10 or 1%. But being able to shift and be at a point where I know that I can do more than what I initially thought has allowed me to dream bigger. And also, another thing, inspire people to dream bigger as well. Like, a lot of the people who joined the consulting offer that they might have done for you are people who, as you said, might not have the cash up front, but they're very determined. And every time they join the community, they've always been the type of people who were sold on me to be the coach for them. They would always say like, bro, you inspired me to actually go all in. You inspired me to go down this path. You inspired me to start this online business. And that was such a surprising thing, especially with the current stage that I'm at with the personal brand. Hearing that from other people has been such a heartwarming feeling that I didn't expect to get like 6 months ago. Like, I had no idea that this is where I would be at when I first started. And that has been like the biggest shift, bro. Like, being able to inspire other people who are in a bit of a similar position as me through your help has been, honestly, it has just been so fulfilling outside of just, oh, how much cash can I make in the business? And I think that's what it's all about, you know, like eventually cash will run dry. Cash will be something where, yeah, there's a new record month, but at the end of the day, how much impact are you actually making? And I think the fact that you allowed me to do that, or do that at a faster pace than what I initially thought, you know, like 27, 28 to a 20 before 21 is such an insane shift of like 5-6 years faster than the initial path that I thought of. And now I'm at the point where I can take care of the people I actually love and the people who are around me much quicker than what I thought. Like, I had my doubts whether or not I would be able to take care of them, but now I'm able to actually give back to these people and give back to my parents, give back to the people who have taken care of me, because the business has allowed for it to do so. And just all of these little things, all of these impacts in my life has been such a big change that is beyond just making money with a business.
Wow, that was so beautifully put, bro. I can't even, like, I'm honestly speechless, bro. Like, I think the way that you just put that together was so well spoken. It really shows the character and the values that you hold, and that's why I absolutely love working with you, bro. Because, like, just beyond the cash, the clients, the business, like, deep down you're a great person, and it's really hard to come by. Someone who is determined, someone who's driven, but someone who also like really cares about their family, to the point where the business isn't just about, you know, waking up every day making like money and just closing people. It's about leaving something behind that you're proud of, starting something that you genuinely wake up and feel excited every day, even if, like, you know, there are months where the cash isn't where you want it to be. It's something that you continue to strive for because you know it's for a greater purpose, and that's awesome, bro.
Absolutely.
But yeah, man, really, really well put. I guess like I just had 2 more questions to share, and you can ask me any questions, or you can give any other insight to, I guess, whoever's watching this. And I guess if somebody is watching this right now and they're on the fence with working with me, what would you tell them?
That's a good question. I mean, if someone's on the fence who's working with you, chances are there's still some doubt in you. Like, I'm not sure if this is the path for me. I'm not sure if Matt is the person to help me scale up. But honestly, man, it's like all of these doubts are the reason that you're still stuck at where you're at. Like, if you don't take the risk, both in yourself and both in a mentor who actually cares for you, instead of someone who just flexes online, you will get to the point much quicker if you actually just act instead of trying to continually think. A lot of people, even me back then, like the thing that was stopping me was like the overthinking. And maybe I should try this on my own. Maybe I should do this first. Maybe I should graduate uni, or maybe I should get a bit more money before I start. But that's the exact thing that's stopping you from being able to get to where you want to be, because you know that this is a good thing. And you know that this is a genuinely logically good, sound decision. But the reason that you're not doing it is because you're letting the doubt creep in, and you're letting all of these excuses that pop up into your head be the reason that you're not taking action. If you're still on the fence of getting a mentor or getting the guidance that you know that you need, then I suggest you just jump head first, knowing that it is a good decision. And it's just the one thing that's stopping you is your doubts and your mindset. Because once you break through that limiting belief of, I want to do this myself, or maybe now's not the good time, or whatever excuse you tell yourself, once you break past that, you will get to where you want to be, because nothing else is stopping you. As long as the mindset is there and you believe that now is a good time to act, now is a good time to take action, and I know that I'm bound to get there if I start now. Like, if I start now, in the next 6 months, the next year, however long it might take, I know I'm going to get there. As long as I start now, then you are bound to succeed, right? And basically that's what I wanted to tell myself 6 months ago, if I could really go back and be like, bro, just get things started ASAP, bro, because you're only delaying the success that is for you. And I know it sounds woo-woo and everything, but it truly is. Like, the one thing that's stopping you is just starting. It's just being able to get the guidance and the right steps to take in order to get to where you want to be. And who else to help you do that than someone who's been there before and who has the roadmap for that. Yeah, that's what I would... Basically, I just told the younger me 6 months ago what to do to get started much quicker. And I hope that message is something that can help someone else, like, get past the limiting beliefs that they've had that is stopping them from the success that they should be getting.
And it definitely will. I mean, at the end of the day, like, what was it? Like, it was a conversation that I reached out to you, and we didn't even, like, decide to work with each other on call. It was actually all through DMs. Yeah. So even almost unheard of, closing someone in the DMs
cold
with a Google document, cold as well. So in combination of, like, your ability to really jump and I guess put yourself in a position where you can actually, like, grow your agency, grow your consulting offer, and you taking that leap of faith. But obviously it wasn't purely a leap of faith. There was an actual process that you had to go through, of course. But then eventually you realize, like, the only thing that was holding you back wasn't the proof. It wasn't the person behind the other side who you were texting, which was me. It wasn't any other excuse that you can think of under the sun. It was genuinely just because of the limiting belief that you didn't trust yourself, because you didn't know, or you didn't see a guarantee that was enticing for you as a safety net that you could sort of fall back on. You allowed yourself to be the guarantee to make things work. And then obviously that's what happened. Like, in 2 months, you closed your 10K deal, and now you're running consulting offer to people. And right now you have, like, how many followers do you have?
I have like 175, and I'm getting inbounds like every other.
Yeah, exactly. Every 175 followers, and you're getting inbounds of people who are thanking you, like, for the content that you're making. And then you just told me recently as well, you had a client that closed the what deal?
Okay, bro, 2.9K in the DMs, by the way. He closed it in the DMs as well.
DMs as well, and you helped them do that. you help them do that. Like everything is so possible, man. Like it's honestly hilarious. But no, I'm genuinely so happy and proud of you. And I guess based on how things have been, I guess where do you see yourself with the next 6 months or a year? Like where do you want to be? And
Yeah.
maybe you can set some inspiration on your goals and just share that with the world and see if you can inspire someone else.
Yeah. I mean, one thing is the goal so far. I guess we can split the year up because my birthday is actually on June, so it's like right in the middle of the year. Basically the goal before I hit 21, June 26th, bro.
Okay.
Yeah. So the goal before I hit 21 or before the middle of the year is to hit that mill, which is basically like $18,000 in a month or like $20,000 in a month. Then from there, basically scale that up, not even monetarily, just being able to get as much impact as possible. And then by doing so, I get the most amount of cash through doing that mission. So it's like getting to 20 before I hit 21, and then after that, it's just a matter of how many people can I impact through the business that I have. Like can I reach a point where I have 100 people who can attest to me being able to help them get to the life that they want, like build a personal brand, build a business, and build genuine impact and connection with other people. And I think that's like the next mission, like the next goal. And by doing that as the main thing, as the main mission for me in the business, I think that can help me easily like start clearing the next, I guess, record months. Because if the mission has always been to help people, then the money will flow, like cash will flow. Like I'm sure I can hit is like a safe number for the year, and then 100 potentially if I really push it. But it's just coming from the mission of how can I impact more people through what I do. Even just the fact that I'm able to help the current clients that I have and be able to help them build the business that they've been wanting for a while now, and allowing most of these guys who didn't know that this was possible in the first place break through that limiting belief and actually see themselves become the successful guy that they've dreamed of. It honestly has been such a warm feeling again. Like I know I mentioned it a bit earlier, but it's like that is what pushes me to keep like doubling down on the business and making sure that I'm able to provide the best service to these guys and have the best fulfillment for these guys, knowing that I'm able to impact someone's life, and in turn I'm able to impact more people through their work as well. Because I'm helping coaches, consultants, and agencies, right? And I want to make sure that the people I onboard are people who also have good fulfillment. And through me helping them, they're also able to help more people. So when I first started this, the idea was like to help others, right? It's to help other people, help more people through the work that they do by amplifying that through the content, through the personal brand. And that's basically the goal for this year, 2026. Like a personal goal for before 2021, just to push me further. But the grand goal has always been to have impact and leave a legacy through the business that I've made. And yeah, however that hits with people, that's a goal for me personally. It might not be because some people have been in the business just for the sake of making money, and to each their own. But at the end of the day, there's going to be a point where money wouldn't really change your lifestyle. Like I'm not really I don't know the term lucrative, if that's a term, or someone who is very materialistic, I guess. Yeah. I've never been a materialistic guy. Like chances are I'm just a guy who wears hoodies. I'm just a guy who goes out to maybe eat a nice dinner every now and then. But I've never been the guy who wanted the Lambo or who wanted to take a PJ to the Mykonos. It's like it's never been my goal. It's just been how can I impact more people, and basically just never have to worry about money as being an issue, but rather as the tool to be able to do the things that I want instead. So yeah, that's where I'm at, and that's the goal for 2026.
That is awesome, bro. Let's make it happen. Hit that 1 million in your currency. It would be a crazy achievement. And yeah, let's keep spreading the positive impact that you want onto the world, and also myself as well to do for other people too. And yeah, man. Did you have any last quick remarks before we end it off?
No, I think this was a good conversation. I think we got everything dialed in, everything covered. And it was nice to actually look back on the journey and where we were when we first started and everything. Because as much as I took a risk on you, you technically took a risk on me. Because I'm just some kid in a third world country who didn't even know about the agency space and the info space. I mean, I knew about it, but I didn't know it in a way where I knew like the little details. So you took a big risk on me. The fact that you took me in as a client, and that's something I am also grateful for. The fact that you saw the potential way quicker than I did in me, and yeah, that basically
But you
allowed me
delivered,
to
man. Because I knew
100%.
you would deliver, man. That's why.
Yeah.
That's exactly why. And you did. And here we are on this call, right? For that exact reason. Because I knew you would be here, which is awesome, man. But yeah, I guess other than that, it was a good call, bro. I'll catch you in our next week's call.
Yeah, 100%.
Awesome. Thank you, bro.